Hi guys, I hope you had a good weekend. Today I want to talk to you about honesty. Now, why should we be honest? Is it wrong to tell a little lie every now and then? Yeah, it is. We all know that we've all been lied to. We've all had somebody break our trust that way, and it's really hard to fix after it's been done. For example, this piece of paper. If I take this piece of paper and I tear it in half, now I can fix this with tape. I could tape it back together, but it will never be the same as it was when it was whole. And that's the same as what happens when somebody breaks our trust. Now this is true for our everyday lives, but how does this mesh with our lives in Christ? To start with, let's talk about Jesus. When Jesus came, he said, "I am the way, the truth, and the life." Now, Jesus presents himself as truth. And as Christians, if we want to be more Christ-like, it stands to reason that being dishonest is the opposite direction. As we push to be more like Jesus, we need to push further into being more honest, because that is who Christ is. He is truth. Also, you've got to remember that it's a reflection of who you are. Your actions betray your intent, and they also betray what you truly believe. If you are consistently honest, people will be more likely to come to you. And it's a trait that people look for in all of those around them, as is shown in Luke 16:10, where it says, "Whoever can be trusted with very little can also be trusted with much, and whoever is dishonest with very little will also be dishonest with much." Also, we've got to look to God. God has made honesty an integral part of who he wants us to be. So integral that it's in the Ten Commandments. He says, "Thou shalt not bear false testimony against thy neighbor." God can't lie. And it stands to reason that as he can't lie, he pushes us to be like him and to strive forward in honesty. Now, being honest isn't always easy. Sometimes being honest can be the harder and more hurtful path to take. Sometimes it can lead to uncomfortable situations you didn't necessarily want to be. It's in those times that we need to look to God for guidance, for reassurance, and for peace. However, honesty doesn't just mean being truthful with the people around you, being truthful with people you care about, being truthful with the people you interact with. It also means being truthful to yourself. Being too harsh on yourself, or thinking that you're the greatest person alive, are also dishonest. And we also need to look to God to make sure that we don't do those things in our lives, to make sure that we are treating ourselves with the honesty that we deserve.